Savio, hear the city sing Sava. We're all on our way to do the quad. Savio. What a signing that is. I know I've watched him once and he was crap against Real Madrid, but it's Real Madrid. Something tells me he's going to settle in quicker than what Doku did. I just get that vibe from him. Because Doku came from the French league and Savio's coming from La Liga. And he played in a team that got into the Champions League against all the odds. If this is our only signing, I will be a little bit worried because I do think we need a lot more signings than just this one. But we did need a right winger, and we've got that. We need to get a backup for Rodri in, because we've made about 50 million from youth player souls, and we've got to be trying to get Kimmich, because there's talk of that Bruno Guimaraes, but I don't think City's really convinced by him, because Pep wants him, but you've not really heard anything from the City backroom side of things in regards to that signing, because I think they're not that convinced by him as much as Pep is, because I think otherwise they'd be pushing to get the deal done more. I think we need to get Kimmich in, because João Neves looks like he's going to PSG. There was talk of them wanting Bernardo Silva a while ago. So what I reckon we should do is see if they'd take Bernardo and then plus, say, 35 million Joshua Kimmich. I know Kimmich is 29, but he's still a world-class player on his day. Imagine having him and Rodri in the same team. It would just be mint. The front three should be from the start of the season. It should be Savio on the right and Doku on the left. And I reckon we've got to give Jack Grealish some more time in the midfield, because I don't rate him as a winger. I think in the midfield he'd do much better than what he would be on the wing. And I think Savio, we've needed a pacey winger for a long time, because we haven't had one since the Sane Sterling days. If you're wondering why the camera isn't that good, it's because I've lost my phone, so I'm filming on my iPad. So, yeah. I'm not saying that he's going to be as good as our previous wingers like Mahrez, Sterling, Sane. But I think he's going to offer us something a little bit different, because I think he might not be as predictable as Doku, because I think the one thing I'm critical of Doku over is that he can be a bit predictable from time to time. And I think if he was less predictable, then he'd be a better player. That's the only thing he needs to work on, really. Because Savio, he's got speed, but we're only going to really know more about him when we watch him, because he's going on the pre-season tour. So hopefully we get to know more about him by the end of that. And I think he might... I can see him doing better than Doku's in his first season, just because he's coming from a higher league compared to Doku, because there's a massive step up from La Liga to the French league. Because I'd say La Liga's the second best league in the world, behind the Premier League, and I think it's not as much of a step up compared to the French league to the Premier League. So, because you're going from the worst domestic league to the best, but this time with the Savio deal, you're only going from the second best league in the world to the best. So that's just my take on it. He's going to be wearing number 26. I like the idea of that. I reckon that would suit him. The only thing that he might struggle with, he doesn't look like the physical type player. Because at least with Doku, he's got a bit of physicality. But we're obviously going to know more once we've watched him, because we've got the Celtic pre-season game coming up next week. So hopefully we'll get more of a view of him during that game. And I'm happy with the signing of Savio. and I think he's going to do well. But we must sign more players. If that's the only signing, I'm worried, because this is a deal that we've had done for ages, but it's just not been announced up until now. I think we need to get at least 2 more players through the door. We need a right back, because I don't think Walker's good enough anymore, and we need a backup for Rodri. I would get in Kimmich, but the thing is, if you get Kimmich, you've basically got a right back as well, because he can fill in with that inverted right back. Because the thing is with Frimpong, he's a very good young player, but I'm not sure whether he'd be the right man, because he wouldn't be a natural fullback. He'd be a sort of like wing back. And I know we've got Cancelo like still on the books, but I don't see a world where he comes back from what he's done. But who knows, he might impress in pre-season, because I remember in the last pre-season he was quite good. But we'll just have to wait and see. Unless like he actually comes out and does a public apology, which I'm not sure he's got the balls to do, then I just don't see a future with him at the club, because he needs to apologise to Pep and to the fan base for letting everyone down. But I'm not sure he's that type of person, because he doesn't look like that type of person. But obviously you can't judge a book by its cover. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Smash a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.